Hello, and welcome to Oximio Voices, Oximio's podcast series exploring the latest developments in clinical trial supply chain solutions across the globe. I'm Alison Wynne, Communications Specialist at Oximio, and in this episode, we turn our attention to Serbia, which, thanks to its strategic location and fast regulatory approval rating, is quickly becoming a preferred destination for pharmaceutical and biotech companies looking to run successful clinical trials. Alongside regulatory agility and operational efficiency, the role of importer of record, or IOR, is a critical piece of the puzzle that ensures everything runs smoothly behind the scenes. The IOR is not just a formality, it's an essential role that ensures compliance with local laws, handles customs clearance, manages VAT, and ensures the timely delivery of essential clinical trial materials, from investigational drugs to lab kits and medical devices. Today, I'm joined by Lana Latinovic, our Business Development and Depot Manager based in Belgrade, to unpack what makes Serbia so attractive for clinical trials and how Oximio is uniquely positioned to act as the IOR for your study within Serbia and indeed beyond. Welcome, Lana.
Hello, Alison. How are you doing?
Very well. So to start us off, Lana, could you explain what the importer of record role entails, specifically in the context of clinical trials?
Yes, Alison, of course I can. The import of records, or the IR, is the entity legally responsible for ensuring that all imported goods meet local regulatory and custom requirements. What does this mean? In this context of the clinical trials, this means making sure that investigating medicinal products, lab kits, equipment, and auxiliary products are properly documented, licensed, and cleared through customs. The IOR handles VAT, import duties, and liaises with regulatory authorities like ALEMS. It's a key operational and compliance function that helps to ensure that nothing is delayed or held at the border, which could jeopardize study timelines or the product integrity.
Yes, that's absolutely critical. So Serbia, it's emerging as a key destination for clinical research. What factors do you think are driving this growth, Lana?
Well, Serbia offers a unique combination of both speed, quality, and cost efficacy. The regulatory approval times are around some of the shortest one in Europe, often under 30 days. Investigators and clinical sites have very experienced and excellent patient recruitment rates. Our healthcare infrastructure is modern and our population is genetically diverse, making the data applicable across multiple markets. This makes Serbia highly attractive for global sponsors looking for fast and reliable results.
Exactly. And so how does Serbia's regulatory framework support faster trial startup? And where does Oximio fit in with its IOR services during that process?
Serbia has harmonized many of its regulation with the EU standards, which have significantly improved the approval process. ALEMS is very cooperative and responsive, especially when the documentation is prepared correctly. Oximio supports sponsors from the very beginning. We assist with preparing performance, coordinating import licensing, and ensuring compliance with customs and ALEMS requirement. Our IOR service is integrated into overall startup plan, so we help eliminate regulatory delays and ensure materials are available on time.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Can you talk us through the typical challenges that sponsors might face when importing clinical trial materials into Serbia and how Oximio addresses these?
Well, one of the biggest challenges is the documentation. If there is small inconsistency, such as mismatched batch numbers or missing certificates, it can delay customer clearance. Sponsors unfamiliar with Serbian regulations often don't know what is required. That's why Oximian steps in. We pre-check all the documents, provide templates, and even liaise directly with the customer offices. Our on-the-ground presence and experience allows us to resolve issues quickly, sometimes even before the shipment arrives.
Oh. And what types of materials can Oximio act as IOR for in Serbia, Lana?
We can act as an IOR for a broad range of items used in clinical trials. These include investigational medicinal products, auxiliary medicinal products, lab kits, comparator drugs, medical devices, diagnostics, temperature control products, and even trial documents or supplies. Whether the material is blinded, temperature sensitive, or requires special handling, we're equipped to manage it all compliantly and efficiently.
Yeah, that's what everybody is looking for. So how does Oximio's role as IOR help local CROs and trial sites in Serbia? Are there any cost or operational efficiencies that are particularly helpful?
Definitely. By centralizing the IOR responsibility with us, CROs and sites can focus purely on clinical operations rather than logistics or custom issues. We minimize administration burdens, reduce the risk of delays, and help avoid extra warehousing or reimportation costs. We also support tax exemption procedures and ensure correct classification of goods, which can reduce overall costs for the sponsor. And since we operate in our own depot in Serbia, we offer faster turnaround and better temperature control.
Yes. Can you give some examples, Lana, or case studies where you overcame IOR challenges?
Certainly, I can. One case involved an urgent shipment of the cold chain IMP that had incorrect pro forma invoice, and it was missing LM's approval. Normally, this would cause a delay of several days, but because of our long-standing relationship with the customs and our close coordination with LMs, we were able to resolve everything within 24 hours, and the product was delivered with its temperature integrity intact. In other cases, we work with sponsors to properly classify auxiliary products to benefit and reduce VAT and help with VAT exemptions, saving thousands of euros over the course of the study.
Yes, and that and import duties can be a major concern for sponsors. How does Oximio manage this on their behalf?
We've got a dedicated custom agent that handles the customs and import duties. We also monitor classification codes to make sure products aren't overtaxed. For many of our clients, this is one of the most valuable parts of our IOR service.
And can Oximio's IOR service extend beyond Serbia, for example, in multi-country trials involving cross-border shipments?
Yes, and that's one of our biggest strengths. Oximio operates in several countries, Ukraine, Georgia, Hungary, Israel, Turkey, and we offer IOR services in all of them. For sponsors running multi-country trials, we provide centralized coordination while ensuring full local compliance. We can arrange for cross-border logistics, warehouse-to-warehouse transfer, and even temperature control courier services. This gives our clients a single point of contact for complex regional studies.
Yes, absolutely. And we also extend into Africa as well with
Yes,
operations in Kenya and South Africa.
Kenya.
How do you see the role of IOR evolving in Serbia as clinical trial volumes continue to grow?
As Serbia becomes even more popular for clinical trials, the complexity of import will increase. We're already seeing more decentralized trials and more varied product types, from biologics to different types of ancillaries. The IOR will need to be more proactive, more digital, and more integrated with overall trial planning. At Oximio, we're invested in automation, real-time tracking, and expanding our regulatory team so we can continue to deliver fast, compliant IOR services as demand grows.
Yes, and finally, Lana, what advice would you give to sponsors or CROs considering Serbia as a clinical trial destination, say for the first time?
My advice is engage with local experts early. Serbia is a fantastic destination for clinical research, but it has its own unique regulatory and custom landscape. Having an experienced IOR partner like Oximio helps you avoid delays, reduce costs, and stay on track.
Perfect. Thank you, Lana, so much for joining me today. That's been really insightful. For anybody who wants to learn more about Oximio and its services in Serbia, you can visit our website at oximio.com. Thanks again, Lana.
Thank you, Alison.
Until next time, stay tuned. Bye-bye.